is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis coming to y'all with a quick video. I wanted to let you guys know I got some new merchandise available, not just t-shirt anymore. I got different type of t-shirt, different type of shirts and logos that you can purchase on my spread shirt, and also hoodies now. We have expanded and added more to the channel and more merchandise for the brand. Thanks for supporting. It will be in the description and the links will be in the comment section below. Thanks for helping me and supporting the movement. Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis. I'm going. What is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis coming to y'all with that analysis today. Another video, just like I promised. I did the team in the East. Now it's time to do the team in the West. Jokic, the All-Star, the best center in the NBA for the last 2 years. Definitely my all NBA first team center. A guy that got off to a slow start but figured it out. The team continued to win as they were the number 2 seed basically the whole year. And right now, they're the 3 seed in the Western Conference, but not that far away from the Clippers to get that spot back, even though they most likely won't have a chance to do that because of the coronavirus. They had a chance, but now they don't. But other than that, the Clippers are a team that people underrated or overrated. And I'm going to tell you if they great, if this is their year, and can they get over that hump to be a champion in the NBA with this nucleus and this core that they have intact right now with Porter, Murray, Jokic, and a bunch of veterans to fill in and plug in around these guys. They're going to literally have to find a way to win the title with this team, as they have already paid Jokic and they have already paid Murray buku amount of money, and they have proven that they can make it to the playoffs. They have already got out of the first round, even though they barely did it against the Spurs. And I think if you look at it, they have to play the Rockets, which I think is a fun matchup because both of the teams are known more for their offense and known more for their shooting ability and not really so much their defense. The thing about it is, when you look at this Nuggets team, majority of their players are so young. So young. Boyle is 20. Diop is 24. Torrey Craig, 29. Then you got Grant at 26. Gary Harris at 25. Jokic is 25. Monte Morris is 24. Jamal Murray is only 23 years old. Michael Porter Jr. is only 21. And when you look at this team, the fact that they already a playoff team without even their best players hitting their prime, without their best player playing the best basketball of their careers at this point, these guys are not even in their late 30s, and they have already climbed all the way up to the third best team in the Western Conference. And last year, they was the second seed, I believe, which is absolutely incredible. But the thing about this team is they're missing something. And it's not just the defense part about it, because they play good enough defense to be competitive, good enough defense. They just sometimes let games slip. Sometimes they lack the closing. But Jokic has proven this year that he can close a lot of games, hitting a bunch of game winners and a lot of tough shots to help them steal and win games. And Michael Porter was injured and didn't play as much as we wanted him, considering that when he did play, he looked pretty decent, honestly. And he lived up to the hype. I didn't have him on my all-rookie team, but it wasn't because of him. It was because he just didn't get the playing time and the opportunity to really go out there and get the numbers and the minutes that we thought he would get, considering that Paul Millsap has been beat up the last couple years and has, he slipped a little bit in his talent. And he is getting older, and they eventually going to have to move on from him. Even if they do bring him back, it will be on a significantly cheaper contract compared to the one he just got. But he's still going to get paid because he still is one of the top 50, top 60 players in the world. And Michael Porter Jr. has to prove that. And the thing I love about him, he's a guy that won the high school title. He has played on those stages, and he has already came into the league and left us all wondering more. And we really want to see what he's made of, and what's the best time to show when you're made of besides the NBA playoffs. This is the time to show out. This is the time to carry. This is the time to show you belong. The legends are made in the playoffs, and what better stage is it for Michael Porter Jr. and Jokic and them to make a run to the Western Conference or potential NBA Finals, even though they slipped a little bit the last couple months before the season ended. I still liked it them the entire season when you balance out all the games that they played together. But one thing I want to see is Gary Harris. Can he get back his jump shot? Can he get more aggressive and knock down shots? He has really been MIA. We haven't been able to find him, and he really been struggling offensively. And he was a guy that they paid to, and they thought that he was an integral part of their team and their identity. But after the contract injuries and he just fell off offensively too, really bogged his team down and really stopped them from reaching their full potential. Plus, you can't just depend on Jokic. Jokic can't be your main offensive hub and do every single thing for you if you want to beat the Lakers and teams like the Clippers, the elite team, just because Jokic can only do so much. He is a guy that can guard. I mean, he is a guy that's kind of unstoppable because he can shoot his little fade, leaning shot. He can post up a little bit. He's a decent free throw shooter. He can knock down mid range, can knock down threes. Has a very well rounded offensive game, but he really can only do so much. That's why we never seen Jokic average 25 plus points, just because he's just a a smart player. He knows when to pick his spots. He knows when to be aggressive, and he knows where to be on the court, and how to get his teammates involved. But he's going to need other guys to step up. And Jamal Murray has been one of the most inconsistent players in the league. One minute he looks like the next best point guard. The next minute he looks like a regular point guard. He's not the greatest passer. He's an inconsistent shooter, especially from three. Sometimes he can really get hot and knock down those mid-range shots, and that open up his ability to get to the rim. But he lacks that consistent mid-range jumper too, which was the main reason why you signed Jamal Murray, was because he was a guy that can handle the ball and create a little bit, but also can be a great spot-up three-point shooter and a guy that can make simple plays. But he has never evolved into anything better than that, and that was the main reason why he was a top 10 pick, because he had potential to be better. He's a guy that some people look at as an all-star, and then as the season continues, he proves that he's not. But I still have belief in Jamal Murray because he is only 23 years old, and he has been a starting point guard on a top 5 team in the Western Conference the last 2 years. So he did improve a little bit. He just need to get that jump shot way more panned out and way more polished if he wants to be a consistent threat and really push this team in the right direction. And then you look at their role players. Will Barton has had an exceptional year, one of the reasons why they have been so successful, but he really is a little undersized for the position that he plays. He might be mobile and quick, but it's only going to work for so long. Torrey Craig really gave them valuable minutes as a role player and a guy that they plugged in, and he brings some solid defense and some solid scoring, but nothing too crazy. Jeremy Grant was a little disappointing. He was supposed to be that guy that can come in and switch and guard multiple positions, knock down some threes, and really be that missing defensive piece to guard the Kawhis and the LeBrons and the Hardens and really slow them down on that end and just get out in transition and knock down shots on the offensive end. But that just didn't happen the way we thought it would when they made the trade, even though they basically gave up nothing for Grant. In my personal opinion, he had a solid season, but we thought he'd be more of a important piece, playing 26 minutes, shooting 47% from the field, 40% from three, and really showing that he can play and do multiple things. He never became that elite defender that we thought that he possibly would be, considering that his role offensively was reduced. He never really locked in and became a lockdown defender that they needed, especially if they wasn't going to play Millsap and Porter that much. You kind of wanted a little bit more out of Grant. He didn't disappoint. He wasn't overrated this season. I just thought his defense would be significantly better on a team that doesn't really need him to do much offensively, even though his offensive numbers was incredible efficiency-wise. I want to see what he can do in those big moments in the playoffs this season. And like I said, nobody else really to talk about on this team because they really don't get enough minutes or make that significant of an impact. But when you look at their nucleus of Jokic, Porter, and Jamal Murray, they still have potential to be better. They still have potential and upside to be difference makers in the league. And I'm very interested, very, very interested to see what happens with them in the league, and can they eventually become a legitimate? Because they have the record and the standing of elite team, but nobody really considers them a title contender, which is unfortunate. But I'm in that my majority that I like them, I respect them, I think they're good, but I don't really think they have a legitimate chance of winning the title despite their standings in the West and their standings in the league the last couple years. And it basically proved us right when they got put out by Portland in the second round, even though it did go 7 games. But if they defense improve a little bit more and they can find a little bit more offense to make them a little bit more tougher to guard and make things easier on Jokic so you don't have to do everything for the team. And I think Porter can do that, being a guy that can handle the ball, make simple plays, knock down big shots, being able to create knock down tough shots, and being able to get to the paint and really cause a lot of chaos. He could be that missing wing that they've been looking for, that Millsap hasn't filled, Grant really hasn't filled, and neither has Torrey Craig. Porter could be that missing piece, and a lot of us feel like he is, and I'm one of those people, but we just haven't seen enough of him. His defense isn't where it needs to be in a playoff situation. He's going to be able to have to guard the KDs, the LeBrons, and the Kawhis, and he has the physical tools to do it. He has the length, he has the athleticism to do it. We have to see him want to do it and get the opportunity to do it, but also step up and play at another level that he hasn't even come close to showing yet. But like I said, he's not even 25. He has multiple seasons to figure it out, multiple more seasons to develop and build up his confidence in his game. And I really want to see him improve as a playmaker and as a defender. But not only that, I really want to see him get more minutes and have the ball more in his hands. One thing I love about him, like I always say, he showed that he can play off the ball and he doesn't really need the ball to be a great offensive player. And that's what you need to play off Murray and play off Jokic. He fits that description too, as a decent three-point shooter and a guy that does get out in transition and a guy that does do backdoor cuts. And he's a guy that likes to get into the paint and get rebounds offensively and defensively. And he does have the size and the athleticism to be a 3 or a 4, depending on what lineup he's out there and what team he's going against. He could really be a good player for them, allowing him to be played with Grant and Craig at the same time, and that can allow him to do more offensively and not to guard the the best player on the other team, which means he can do more offensively for this team. So Michael Porter Jr. is probably the biggest question mark. Jamal Murray development is probably what's holding them back alongside Gary Harris. They paid this backcourt like they was a superstar, top 5 backcourt, and they haven't played or delivered at that level. And they will need to do that in the future if they want to bring a championship to Denver. But other than that, that's the end of the video. I think people sleep or overrate the Denver Nuggets. But it's really about their inconsistencies. One minute they look great, next minute they look like another team in the NBA. And that's something that young teams go through defensively and offensively from an 82 game in playoffs. And they're going to have to figure it out eventually if they want to become a serious threat and have the respect of everybody around the world as a contender in the West. But other than that, Murray has to get better. Harris had to find his jump shot, and Michael Porter going to have to eventually get some time and some minutes to really develop and become a part of this team like a big piece, not just another piece, a big piece of this future of Murray, Gary Harris, Jokic, and him. And that's all I got to say about this video. Let me know what you guys think about the Nuggets. Check out my website, analysisplayground.com. Link in the description comment section below. Like on Facebook to show support. That will also be in the description in the comment section below. Also, share. That always helps. And also, check out my website, analysisplayground.com. Also, you can buy merchandise just like this on my Spreadshirt. Not only on my Spreadshirt, you can message me on Facebook and I can get the color of the shirt and a logo color and ship it out to you if you message me. But other than that, Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis, I'm signing out. If you like videos like this, I do break down players, rookies, and legends. I also do season previews, playoff predictions, NBA draft coverage, summer league coverage, and trade deadline and free agency coverage. So I basically make a video every single day. So if you love basketball, you can't live without it, you need it, I got your daily fix for you as I try to make different type of videos about basketball, majority NBA, for you guys each and every day. So if you like that, subscribe and become part of the family. But other than that, Quinn Wade, Basketball Analysis, I'm gone. And let me know if the Denver Nuggets are elite, contenders, or just another team in the league in the conversation below. Let me know how you guys feel about them.